All right, good afternoon. And unlike Super Bowl LV, I'm hoping to have a competitive matchup here. I've done a couple of games with Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey recently where it was somebody has to lose. And so I thought for this one, I'd sort of do the flip side to that somebody has to win. Again, I'm just sort of going back and forth through the schedule. It's funny thinking about it in hindsight, or at least it is to me, how much time that I spent actually like randomizing a schedule, trying to come up with a schedule that resembled something like an actual National Hockey League schedule. And now I'm just going back and forth through it and cherry picking out individual games that I want to roll through. So I'm not even sure where on the schedule this one is, but I do know that these teams play one another four times in the course of the Redemption League 32 game regular season, and they've not played one another yet. So I'm overdue, if anything, for a game between them. And these two teams have combined for 10 games. I know, again, this is a little messier, a lot of color here, so I'll try to explain some of it before I start rolling through this. But the Whalers are undefeated at 4-0-2. The Canadiens at 4-0-0. And I got the idea to do this one last night when I was rolling through a game off camera between Hartford and St. Louis. St. Louis was winning, and at one point, and then the Whalers battled back to tie. And I kind of thought to myself, well, if the Whalers actually win this game, or had they even tied this game, it might be nice to match up the two teams that still don't have a loss yet in Mike Owens, Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey Redemption League play. So anyway, Hartford came back to win that game actually against St. Louis by a final score of 4-3. And Hartford is actually on my channel. They were down 3 or 4 goals to the 1972 New York Rangers, quite a strong team, and they ended up coming back to tie that game. So anyway, this is somebody must lose unless these teams tie, and then both teams will still remain undefeated. With that said, one more thing actually. So this time, uh, sort of inspired by a comment that I got on I got the idea from a comment on a previous game that I played here of Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey to put the close game factor here. I hope that's a little more visible anyway. So should we get to the third period and the game is either tied or there's a 1 goal differential, this could come into effect. So I won't explain it too much more than that right now because we might not need it. Scoring chances in this game, 33 or below. Montreal with a decided advantage, but it wouldn't be the first time that this 87 Whalers team entered a hockey game with a disadvantage and they still came out on top, or at least even in the end. So, and the Hartford Whalers with the record of 4-0-2, that's good for first overall in the Colby division, whereas Montreal with a straight 4-0 record, they're first in the Joey division. So, okay, I'm going to try out this pawn this time. This marker, I guess it's a pawn. And with a 5 and a 5, we're going to have 3 minutes here with no scoring in the early going. Or no scoring chances, for that matter, in the early going. And with a 1 and a 1, I stand corrected. We are going to have a chance here in the third minute. A 5 and a 1, so that's going to be in Montreal's range. And with a 1 and a 5, Montreal doesn't actually score on the goal, so we roll on. With a 2 and a 4, we're up now to minute 5 here, and there will be a chance in the 5th minute. 5 and a 5, that's going to Montreal. And a 3 and a 5 means that the Montreal Canadiens, where are my Uno cards? Okay, voila. I'm already evidently in holiday mode over here, taking a week off for the Lunar New Year. So here at 5, in the 5th minute of the first period, precisely at 5:55. So there you go, Hollywood phone number, or TV phone number, 90s TV phone number. With a 5 and a 2. So at 5:55 and 5:26 on Montreal is Henri Richard. Henri Richard here with the goal and assisting on his goal. A 6 and a 6, that's actually an unassisted goal. So it's going to be Henri Richard here stealing a loose puck. Nice individual effort from him, putting the Habs up 1-0, and we roll on. With a 3 and a 2, we're going to have another chance actually in the 6th minute here. 2 and a 6, that means Montreal's once more. And with a 3 and a 2, actually Montreal's going to score again here in the following minute. So let's get the exact time of this goal. That's going to be 6:28. And so here at 6, sorry, goodness. Okay, you'd think I never played this game before or something. 6:42, it's going to be Bobby Rousseau, because why not? He's overdue for a game where his stats are a little overblown. Bobby Rousseau here at 6:28. And let's see here. 1 assist on his goal. And at 2:42, that is either Terry Harper or Jean Beliveau. I'm going to roll this even odd. So it's even. So it's going to come up Beliveau, actually. Bobby Rousseau from Jean Beliveau here. 33 seconds after Henri Richard scored to open up the scoring here in this game. Anyway, let's change it to 2-0 before I forget to do that, and we play on. With a 4-3, we're getting now to the 8th minute. No scoring chance in the 8th minute. And with a 4-5, we're going to have nothing up to minute 11. 6-3, so that's 2 more advanced with no chance. 6-1, we stay in that minute. 6-6, a lot of sixes here. Up to minute 16 now, with no chance. And then in minute 18 with a 1-4, we will get a chance. 6-3, that's going to be Hartford's first chance of the game so far. And with a 3-2, Hartford's going to make good on it. So Hartford cutting Montreal's lead in half, getting on the scoreboard themselves here. Even as a Habs fan, this definitely is what I want. Maybe not too much of it, but definitely a little of it. That doesn't matter. It's all on paper anyway. But, well, maybe a little. Maybe it matters a little. But Hartford, they scored. And with a 4-4, that's going to be at 18:34 that they get their goal. Scored by 5:62. That is Mike McEwen, Islanders, former Islanders defenseman. And 1:26, that'll be Francis, or whoops, I 1-2 for 2 assists on the goal. And 2:35 for the first assist is Stu Gavin. And I did say 2 assists, so 6:26 for the other one. 6:26 on Hartford is Randy Ladaker. Yeah, Randy Ladaker. So Randy Ladaker and Stu Gavin assisted on Mike McEwen's goal here at 18:34 the first period. We have a 2-1 hockey game. With a 4-4, we're actually going to go into the first minute of the second period. No chance. 4-6, so we advance 3 more minutes rather without a chance. With a 6-6, we're up to the 6th minute now in period 2. With a 5-4, we go up to the 8th minute in period 2 without a chance. With a 6-5, this is a fast-rolling, low-scoring game, fast-moving, low-scoring game. Bit ironic, perhaps. Here in the 13th minute, no chance. With a 3-4, that's just outside of anybody's range. So we're up to minute 15 now. Still a 2-1 hockey game here. And in minute 16, it's still a 2-1 game. Minute 16, we remain in. And here, we're up to the 19th minute now. We're about to have a scoreless second period, I think. With a 6-4, we're into the first minute now of period 3. Still a 2-1 hockey game. With a 4-1, we stay in the first minute of the third period. It's been pointed out before, actually, in my channel and Peter Miller's as well, but this is a game that if you have a low-scoring game with few scoring chances at that, I should add that part as well, you can roll through this quite quickly. Let's see, 3-5, so that's 3 more that come off the clock here. Still 2-1 Montreal. 3-3, we will have a chance here, minute 6 of the third period. And with another 3-3, that's going to be Montreal's chance. Montreal is 6-3. They do not, hold on. No, they do not. It's only a 2-3-8, 11-12 that I have to check here for this close game factor in the third period. Basically, and I'll try to explain this briefly now. That was Montreal's chance. So even had Montreal scored, they have the lower close game factor than Hartford by 1, and it's a 1-goal differential game, 1-goal game, I should just say. So they would have to, let me get the glare off that. They would have to, right here, the 1, they would have to roll higher than a 36 in order for the goal to count against the higher close game factor team, Hartford Whalers here. So some interesting little nuances here in this matchup. A lot of interesting little nuances in this, being essentially a straightforward, simple game. But again, that's going to be no goal, no dice there for Montreal. We roll on. And 4-4, we're up to the 8th minute, and no chance in the 8th minute because 4-4 is higher than a 3-3. And a 5-5, we're up to minute 11 now. Montreal is holding on to the 1-goal lead so far. 3-6, we get up to minute 14. And with a 1-2 here, minute 15, finally, we will have a chance here late in the contest. With a 4-1, that chance goes to Montreal. And Montreal is 6-1. They don't score on it. So let's see here. 1-2, we'll have another chance here in the 16th minute. I think I keep moving that back. 4-1, once again, that's Montreal's chance. And with a 3-4, they don't score on it. So a bit of repetition there. I think different combinations to yield those numbers, but some 6s and 7s. With the 3-6, we're here into the 19th minute now. I'm going to assume Hartford's going to pull their goaltender here, and so I'm going to roll here and see if this is a 1 or a 2. And, it's a 3, actually. So let me give this one more roll here. Yeah, with a 3-6. So, sorry, this one's somewhat anticlimactic. All the scoring took place in period 1, but you know what? That does happen in hockey sometimes. So, somebody had to lose here today, and unfortunately, it is the Hartford Whalers. They now fall to 4-1-2. They will still be clean first in the Colby division. That's still definitely good for first place in that division. Montreal at 5-0 logically will remain in first in the Joey Moss division as well. So, Anyway, anytime, anything that you give to something like this, I mean, in the very least, this video is ending a little more quickly than might have been expected. I wanted to play these couple of teams. I thought after doing a couple of somebody has to lose games that I'd try a couple, or not a couple actually, there can only be one, of somebody, what did I say first? Somebody has to win games. Those were the prior couple there. And this one, though it doesn't say it here, was a somebody had to lose games. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. As the hockey guy would say so well, easy for me to say. I like it when he misspeaks and he says stuff like that. So, and I mean, come on, marker in the whiteboard, somewhat, mildly at least THG inspired. So it is what it is. Anyway, it's a 2-1 final score here for Montreal. As I recall, Bobby Rousseau, I guess, would have gotten the early game winner. Henri Richard scored before that. And it was Mike McEwen coming back from Stu Gavin and Randy Latiker there for Hartford. But this one doesn't need to go any longer than 11 minutes. So bye for now.